Alright guys, the new engine has just arrived, and now we gotta go and pick it up from the shipping's place. So, finally made it home. This is the first look at the engine. We might need that.
It's ours now.
It's ours now. Like I'm wrapping a Christmas present. So here is the engine walk around. It looks like there was an oil leak somewhere. And there's also a decent amount of rust. I'm hoping that we can take off the rusty parts from this and then use the parts from our other engine and stick them on here. This is a mess, but the good news is they did give us the right engine. It's got the supercharger. I think. No, that's turbo. But anyway, here's the engine in our car. The one that doesn't have as much rust, just a lot of oil leaks and no compression in cylinder 4. And I have no idea why that happened. Definitely didn't have anything to do with me. But yeah, so we'll probably have to Frankenstein this engine a little bit, but yeah, it should be fun. I've never done an engine swap before, so it's gonna be a learning experience for all of us. Let's get it. Okay guys, so we got the engine outside off the truck, and we are going to be using some degreaser from O'Reilly's to hopefully get off this oil because soapy water was just not cutting it. So without further ado, let's start the montage. Alright, since I couldn't find any ratchets and metric because our family has never had to use a metric wrench before, I'm going to be using one of these adjustable ones, and it's not a ratchet, but that's what I got, so that's what I'm going to have to work with. So right now, I'm removing the lights so that I can get to the bumper, and then remove the bucket that the lights sit in, so that I can get to some of those wires. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, and I'll see you when I'm finished with this. Alright, so I just removed these two bolts down here, and it removes this entire bucket that the light used to sit in, and for whatever reason there's like a bunch of sand. But yeah, so this gives us access to a little bit of the radiator. I don't know what this is, but we're gonna figure out what that is. And yeah, some more wires, and more importantly, it gives us more room for those 3 bolts to wrench them out. And so that's good. Okay, so in this scenario, this side getting hit, see where it got hit by a truck, this side getting hit was actually a happy blessing, since there are these bolts right in here, and you can't hardly unscrew them because they're so rusted and tight, and there's so many. But this is all plastic clipping right in here, and so I was able just to pop this out. Now this other, and we're going to replace this bumper too, but the other side, if you guys come with me over here, it's more, it got hit like into it, like compressed this way when the truck hit it. So I'm still gonna have to unscrew those, but it shouldn't be that bad because I don't think they're as rusty on this side for some reason, so that's good. So I'm gonna do that and I'll be right back. So right here, and on the inside of this bucket for this wheel, there's this sensor. I forget what it's called, I'll put it on screen, but it's interesting and I don't know if it's a big deal. But this side does not have one. It only has the cord for the light and for the floodlights, which I'm about to remove. So I don't know if I need to get a new part for that or not, but it definitely is interesting. Alright, I just finished taking off these clips and unscrewing this bolt right here, and now I'm just gonna take off these fuses, or not these fuses, these wires for the fog lights, and then we'll have the bumper off. So let's go. Just got everything we needed to take off this bumper, and now we have more access to the radiator. I don't know if this is typical of a blown engine, but this says, I don't know if you can see it, but it has oil on the intake, and it's also where the intake goes, just like right into the supercharger. It's also got oil coming out of the supercharger, so I guess that's just signs of your blown engine. I don't know. Again, I'm an idiot and I don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah. So next step is probably removing this intake tube from the engine. We're gonna have a lot of tubes to remove. I'm just gonna start with this because I know what this is and it's easy. I'm also gonna very soon remove this radiator tube right here, which is why we took off all of this stuff. Kind of, I mean, a little excessive, but we also just wanted to get to some of these other wires as well. And we're going to replace the bumper and the lights anyway, so it was a good time just to take them off. It's looking kind of cool, honestly, without all the parts. I'm impressed with how little rust there is actually on it, at least on the top. I mean, there's a little bit on the bottom, but the way this thing was abused and like the way we picked it up when we got it, I'm kind of happy.